Guys, what's up, Crazy Puerto Rican here today to review Boku no Hero Academia's chapters 10 and 11. Now, first I gotta say, damn, they're releasing these fast. They're catching up to the Raws, and I like that. They're releasing multiple chapters of an awesome series. Now, chapter 10 came out yesterday, and I intended to read it, but a lot of stuff came up, and I couldn't read it. So, yeah. Now I read both today, and they were amazing. So in this chapter, we get to see how the heroes win. So the heroes have to get this thing. I don't remember what it was. And if they get it, or at least touch it, they basically win. Now, we still have the fight between Izuku or Deku, however you want to call him, between Kacchan and, well, you got Zero Gravity Girl against Ida. And that Zero Gravity Girl uses a lot of strategy against them, and yeah, but Ida is also being strategic against her. While Izuku and Kacchan keep fighting, we get to see how much Izuku actually respects Kacchan, although Kacchan was bullying him, and that actually says a lot, because I believe that Kacchan is not really a bad guy. He just wants to be number one, as we see in chapter 11, and he's not a bad guy like Vegeta was in Dragon Ball Z, and Sasuke was at the end of Naruto, part 1, of course, you know, and we get to see, he just wants to be number one, and Izuku he gets pissed at Izuku because he doesn't use his quirk. Izuku's fighting alone, and he's putting up one hell of a fight without using All For One, because you know All For One does have put a lot of strain on his body. So yeah. While Izuku does have strategized a lot against Kacchan, Kacchan just pissed and really basically wants to kill Izuku, and at one point Izuku didn't really want to use the quirk he got because it's not really his, as in chapter 11 he says not his, and he actually he has to use it in the end and managed to win. So the heroes win, but like barely, and at the end of chapter 10 Kacchan's like, you win. And in chapter 11, he's in the hospital, and when he gets out of the hospital, everyone's like, oh my god, Deku, Izuku, you're so cool, how do you pull it off, and all that. And Kacchan is at somewhere else, and All Might's trying to, like, help him, but he's like, I just want to be number one. So yeah, and Izuku confesses to Kacchan that the quirk is not his, it was borrowed. He can't say who, but it was borrowed, and confessing that to Kacchan, someone who's been bullying you, someone you really can't trust much, says a lot about Izuku, that he actually trusts. The one person you can't trust at all, he trusts. So, yeah, that says a lot about Izuku. And Kacchan just says, why are you saying this? Are you just want to rub it in my face that I lost? I lost against you, okay? Fine. But then I want to be number one. I'm going to be number one, so don't get cocky because you're not going to beat me again. And that's kind of like Vegeta-ish, kind of, in Dragon Ball Z, that Goku does defeat him at the end of the Saiyan saga, but he wants to come back and beat him. He wants to reclaim his throne as Prince of All Saiyans, which Izuku is trying to be number one. So you could see a little bit there how Naruto and DBZ is inspiring the author of Boku no Hero Academia. And I love the art. These two chapters were just great. And at the end of chapter 11, we get to see some villains, which look pretty cool. And they could give All Might and Izuku, well, Izuku of course, because he hasn't mastered All For One yet, but they could give All Might and Kacchan quite some trouble. And I believe that in the future, Kacchan and Izuku will have to team up. So, yeah. And these chapters were great. Tell me what you guys thought about it. I mean, do you think they were great? Do you think they could have done a better job? Or, yeah, just tell me about it, because they were great. I honestly think this is going somewhere. This is gonna be the next big thing, Naruto's successor. So yeah, I don't know when I'll review chapter 12. Probably tomorrow or the day after. So yeah, tell me what you guys thought about this chapter in the comments below, and remember to subscribe. Later, guys.